Government officials insist that this...
In my experience, men enter into relationships with one of two ideas about sex, about their sexual future. The first one is they assume the sex will never drop off. The interest from her will never wane. She will always be hot and ready for him. Now, these men are either very happy or they're very disappointed, because they're happy if they go into that kind of relationship with a strong frame, making sure that she is aware that sex is the driver to love relationships, to being in romance, to being married. That is the thing that distinguishes you between lovers and roommates. And there's the other camp that is very disappointed because the sex naturally drops off on her end. He finds himself bitter, angry, frustrated, and just it causes a lot of tension in the marriage or relationship whenever the sex is not a strong component to the relationship. So these are the men who go into marriage, we'll say, with the idea that the sex will not drop off. The sexual interest will always be there. There's another echelon of men who go into marriage or long-term relationship assuming that naturally sex is going to drop off a little bit whenever you are exposed to one another all the time, whenever you're living together all the time, whenever you're living life and the busyness of kids and families and jobs and chores and all that goes into adulting together. These men tend to be a little bit more happier because clearly they'd rather be like fishing or hunting or watching sports anyway. It is not a high priority for these men to be having regular, hot, frequent, consistent, pleasurable sex. They get it every once in a while, they're happy, they go on about their day. So these two kind of sides of men are very interesting to me. The happiest tend to be the guys who go in with very low expectations sexually. The most sexually satisfied, however, are the ones who go into marriage with the understanding with his wife that sex is a major component of marriage. It cannot drop off. It cannot wane. The interest remains high, and then everyone keeps themselves in better shape and brings their best to the relationship every single day, sexually and otherwise. Marriages are just healthier whenever you're having frequent, pleasurable sex.